Ahman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com. Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, four-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're going to keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to this terrific but very, very chilly Tuesday here in the capital city, Nick. It is cold, brother.
It is cold. It's kind of bizarre to think that we were golfing, me and my buddies, different group of friends, were golfing on Sunday.
Yeah.
And here we are back in sweatpants, hoodies, winter coats. It is blustery cold outside.
It's a balmy 17 degrees here in the capital city. Looking at Raff and AZ, it does not look like it's 17 degrees in Arizona, Raff. What's the temperature like there, brother?
Looks pretty nice out today.
Wait, Raff's in Arizona?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you in Arizona for?
Don't you love the communication of our show?
It was Tracy's birthday trip, but I'm not sure if Tracy's going to make it now. So
what?
I guess it might be my trip.
What do you mean not going to make it? Flights, weather?
Just some work stuff came up. So
Ruh-roh.
That means Raff. Here's what it is. Dang it.
Yeah.
Book me 36 holes for the next
Yeah. Hey, I heard that we could still get on TPC Scottsdale, even though they're already set up for the Waste Management Open, but I'm going to hop on.
So,
they
Raff,
just let me jump right on.
So you're going to do some golfing. What's up, Jackaroo? Jackaroo driving by Farm Bureau Insurance. There's Jack right there. And boy, that truck must be nice. Farm Bureau must be treating him good, man.
He gave us a little laugh. He's like, yeah.
AG, what's the Tim's looking like for you, man, down in H-Town, brother?
It's a little cloudy, but it's 70. A little overcast, but 70 degrees.
Dang.
Oh, AG, I will take 70 in clouds.
Yeah.
Right now, any day, bro.
I would too if I was where you guys were at. So I definitely know the feeling, man.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's why you live there now. You've I've done that already, man.
Yeah, I did it too long. 25 years, boy.
Hey, AG, where's your little colorful mic?
Oh, hold up. Right here. I don't know what. I forgot to.
There we go. I was just saying, man, it sounds like AG's in a wind tunnel. And
that's what it was.
That's unlike him.
There you go. There we go.
That sounds a little bit better.
So, fellas, let me get quick. It's 17 degrees here. Nick was golfing Sunday morning. It's 70 in H-Town. Raff, what's it looking like in AZ right now?
There we go.
53.
That's a little chill, but it's early there, though. You guys, 7 o'clock in the morning right there now, Raff?
Yeah, high of 82 today. 83. High of 83 today.
Maybe one thing we need to do from now on, Nashville Husker says on the YouTube stream that it's 65 degrees there in Nashville. If you're not listening from Nebraska, give us the temperature. Maybe this is what we need to do.
Morning check.
Morning weather report from around the country. We have a lot of listeners that are not just in the state of Nebraska. So if you're in Kansas, it doesn't matter. If you're in Texas, like AG, Arizona or Alabama, wherever Raff's at, I guess, do whatever you got to do there. But Nashville, Tennessee, there you go, 65 degrees. We'd love to know the temperature across the
morning
country.
heat check.
Yeah.
Morning heat. I like that. Morning heat check.
There you go.
Hey, Ron, good morning to you. He says, good to hear the gang back together. AG, Raff, and Professor Swim.
We are not going to make that a thing.
Yes,
we
are. You know what? What's that, Raff?
How did it go yesterday?
It went well. It was a good time. Had a good time. Got a lot of young, bright minds in the classroom of 60 plus. But no, it's going to be a good time. I'm going to have a blast with it. Tom says it's 49 degrees and sunny here at the Jersey Shore.
Oh, wow.
Nice. How about that? The Jersey Shore.
Jersey
Tom
Shore.
on the YouTube stream says
like
there.
this. 9 degrees in Vermillion, South Dakota. Old Dad, what's up, baby? John in Holt, Michigan, 24 in Michigan, 10 in Newton, Iowa. Woo! Oh, Husker Rick, Vero Beach, 72 degrees. Orlando, Big Tie, 73 degrees with a high of 81. We're going to call this morning heat check, y'all. I like that.
Yeah, if we can find somebody to sponsor it as well.
You know what? AG and Raff, I got a full disclosure with you guys, man. Nick already kind of knows this. AG, we had some regression that took place on the old body, man. I literally got a patch on my left butt cheek right now, man, because that sciatic nerve, AG, from those flights, as you know, dude, flying from Monday through Saturday, dude, it flamed up again Saturday late, and then Sunday was just ridiculous. Yesterday was bad. I literally called Rachel from the Body Lab about 15 minutes ago. I'm going to see her at 3.
Yeah.
And
no free shout outs anymore. I'm kidding. We always shout out Rachel in the Body Lab. They're fun.
You're out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
I am going
shout out to the
to
Body
see
Lab.
her at 3 o'clock, man, because this thing has gotten so I mean, it's just shooting down my leg again, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you a Instagram account that he calls himself Elastic Boy. So he does a lot of mobility of everything, of every body, ball and joint, body part. So shoulders, hips, stretching hamstrings, everything, core. And so it's your low back. That's where the region's at. So hold on, let me get to it. I'll send this to you in the next few minutes. Because your problem is not just the flying. Actually, he just popped up. He just popped up. That's the first. Yeah. That's him right there.
Geez. Yeah, that's Elastic Boy.
So AD, what it is not just you getting on a plane Monday through Friday. It's not you not counteracting the stretching right after. So when you get off the plane, you get to the hotel room. What do? If you're not stretching, you should be stretching basically.
Well, the hotel in Lovelock, Nevada.
Yeah,
I didn't really want to even be on the floor. To be honest.
Hey, you want sciatic problems or what?
That is true.
Let's get that. Let's just knock that in the bud right now. Do you want sciatic problems or not? That's it. No excuses.
Every day I did except Tuesday Monday night.
I'm putting this in our group chat so even Raff and Nick could get a little bit of this in their life too.
That was a hotel with an M. That was a motel.
Yeah, dude.
Motel. You might have brought something home with you,
dude. It was bad. I slept in my sweatsuit.
You did not.
I slept in my sweatsuit, man. Wow. I'm dead serious. Great people, but think about the quality of hotel you're going to have in a town of about 1,400 people. I'm not saying it was bad.
Well, hey, now hold on.
I'm not saying it was bad.
I'm
just simply saying the bed, literally the ground would have been softer than the bed.
Time out. I disagree with that because there should be good lodging at all places.
Yes, there are.
However,
Very
because
true.
there's this place that me and Austin stayed in a small town outside of Stillwater, Oklahoma last year for the Husker baseball regional tournament. It was the Best Western Plus. And it was a great. I don't know what
the one you said had like used.
No,
needles
that was more Oklahoma. That was more Oklahoma.
What type of hotel do you consider good, Nick?
That was the one that was at the Super 8. Yeah, free amenities, right? Yeah. Hey, it's all about the free amenities. They just didn't list them on their website.
I'm like, I didn't know you had diabetes, Nick.
Oh man. That was more Oklahoma. That was at the hotel that normally it's like $36 a night, but they charged $179 when the Huskers were in town. So,
and I'm not, like I said, by no means my knock on hotel. It was just wasn't the ones. It just sometimes small towns you got some nice ones, but AG, to your point, I'm gonna take a look at that.
You got to do the ones that target the low back area, okay? Because that's obviously where it starts, and the sciatic, the psoas muscles all get constricted because we're sitting in that position where our back and so if this is our hips, our legs, this is our back is in this pinch position all the time. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we're sitting like that for more hours, like for this podcast, for this show, right?
Yeah.
We're sitting here 3 straight hours. You know what I do between breaks? I jump on the floor, I do push-ups, and I stretch out my back.
Wow.
So I'm doing it during our break time, which is about maybe 5-6 minutes, if that or less.
Yep.
So I'm counteracting the 20 minutes that we sit and talk. I'm counteracting with 5 minutes of movement. So I'm not just going to sit. I'm not just sitting. I remember when the first year I started the show, I was sitting in here the whole 3 hours. Then I was like, wait a minute. My back is killing me when I get out this chair. Yeah. So I was like, wait a minute. I got to counteract that. And I started doing push-ups and stretches for my low back. So when I get out of this chair, I actually feel like I did a workout. So to proactively doing that in between cuts, go and do some core stretching and throwing some push-ups for giggles. So
okay, well here AD, you gotta remember you're on camera here. You're getting a good
stretch. I said on breaks, AD, on breaks, man. I said on breaks. When we go to commercial, there you go. You got 3-4 minutes to knock some stretching out.
AD, we can just run sprints. We can run sprints.
You never know though. Viewership might go up if
exactly
AD's doing some push-ups and AD's doing some lunges. I mean,
hey, Claytonia John says, geez, AG is overachieving, making us all look bad.
Hey, this is what I've been doing my whole life. Hey, this is nothing against people. I've just overachieved. I can't help it.
Okay. Wow.
I'm humbly saying this, but y'all taking it another way. I mean, I want to help people. Like I want to help my boy AD. That's all I'm trying to do here. But now I'm overachieving. So just think about what that is. Like y'all just haters gonna hate. Hey, You know, I'm just trying to help my boy out. That's all. Because I know it's sad it is. It ain't fun.
Yeah, man. It feels like a 3-year-old with a knife.
Between pregnant women and offensive linemen, I'm trying to help my boys out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, do this, do that.
Hey,
you
know what else you guys must start doing? And AJ, I packed this one with me, fellas.
Yeah.
It's imagine like a deodorant roller, and it's ice. So I was rubbing that on the.
Oh yeah.
As I was
nice.
Oh, I'd never seen those.
Yeah.
And
Is
AJ,
it
what's that?
What brand is it? Is it a brand?
Is it one of those you can put in the freezer?
No, it's actually just.
Or
like
is it actually an ice?
It's like instead of being hot, it's cold.
Yeah.
But it's like a deodorant roll, and you just roll it on the spot.
Because I've seen those ones where you
cold for a number of hours.
I was going to say I've seen those ones where you put them in the freezer when you're not using them.
Oh yeah,
those
legit,
are awesome.
It's legit an ice roller.
Yes,
where it's like you're basically rolling ice on your body.
Well, here's a quick shout out to Doak Ostergaard, our former trainer.
Dokey
Doke. AG knows he is the guru. He gave me an idea back in college. And folks, this is for you as well. If you don't have access to the thing, if you got a styrofoam cup, you fill them up with water.
Yep.
And you freeze them.
Easiest, best hack ever. Best hack. I was using that my whole career. Best hack ever.
Styrofoam cup
cups
with water.
And you
styrofoam or paper cups.
Or paper cup.
Okay.
And then you rub it after it freezes. You rub it on the sore spot.
Whatever sore spot.
Off the styrofoam as it melts, as you rub it on your sore muscle.
Interesting.
Greatest hack ever. So styrofoam cups or paper cups, because as it melts down, you just tear it off.
Just tear it off.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. And then eventually it's gone and you're done. By the time it usually takes about 10. If you got, it depends on the size of the cup. It's about an 8-ounce cup. You saying about good 10 minutes of ice rub on that area, and that's solid. That's a solid treatment session.
Yes.
Feels great afterwards,
Or you just stay forever young like me and don't need any of that stuff.
One of these days, Raff.
All right, Raff.
Raff, you really be stepping in it, man.
Raff, one of these days, life's gonna
go ahead and I want to know how that works for you. I just want to know how that works for you without doing it. Well, I know, my father-in-law, he's like 82 and he never started eating fruits and vegetables until he married my mother-in-law. And he's like,
whoa.
Yeah. So I thought that was a hack. I was like, really? He said, yeah. He said, this is the most fruits and vegetables I've eaten in my life until now. I'm like, wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Guys, speaking of eating something, I did enjoy Heavenly Waffles today. They
were in
there. No, they weren't in here. They provided a couple of us with a giant bag of waffle mix.
Oh, the mix,
and,
You put
and here's the thing. So all it is it's club soda.
Yeah, club soda. That's what it was.
Carbonated beverage, right? I use club soda. Club soda, 1 egg, and I believe it's a half tablespoon it's 1 tablespoon of canola oil.
Yes.
And it's for 2 cups of mix. And all I'm going to say, guys, is those things are incredible. I consumed 33 grams of protein this morning in 2.5 waffles, and had 1 gram of fat in the waffle. I mean, it's incredible. If you're into your macros and everything, or you're tracking it, I mean, those are a really, really good morning option.
And a health hack in there, you might want to change out your canola oil for either avocado oil or olive oil for a health hack.
Yes.
So if so something a little different there.
Yeah.
Well, a few more on the text line. Kurt in Kentucky. Good morning, brother. He's 35, feels like 25 and cloudy. Sam Donlin. Rico never gave his answer to the square question yesterday, so
it was Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
It was Jalen Hurts.
Right, what was the question?
It was who in the 2022 Super Bowl who led the Eagles in rushing yards. And a lot of people would instantly think Miles Sanders because he was the running back, but it was actually Jalen Hurts who had 70 yards rushing on the day.
Yeah, from that interception, I think he threw an interception. After that, he got motivated.
I believe so.
Jalen,
I think you're right.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not losing this game. So he took it to a whole nother level. He almost did it too. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a good Super Bowl. Really good Super Bowl.
AG, when do you leave? I
leave tomorrow morning, so I arrive in Atlanta. I arrive in New Orleans at 11 a.m. Gotcha. I hit the ground. I'm gonna get to my hotel. So I land at 11. I got my first couple of interviews at Radio Row around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So as soon as I hit the pavement, I'm going to my hotel, drop my bags, boom, head over to Radio Row.
There it is.
So you'll be seeing me dropping some lines in there. So
Love it. Love it.
Having
love
some
it.
fun doing this, talking. I'm gonna give a shout out to y'all. Got to do it.
Well,
Got to do it.
Thank you, AG. I appreciate that. We
Got it.
appreciate that.
For sure.
Money G in Kansas says Raff is doing some coffee curls. Thunder Knot Collins, what's up, my man? This is for you, Nick. Someone thought that a kid who's mean to his elders and thinks gorilla is a breed of bear is fit to teach kids about to enter the real world. The university is definitely charging too much.
Hey,
are you a professor, Nick? Now,
I'm a professional in residence.
Yes.
Dope. Nice. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the crew.
Thank you for not having an overreaction or an unfair reaction to it. Everybody I've told, especially here at the station, has been, "Oh, you." The university is out of their mind.
Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
AD's been the only one.
And I think he needs to get a T-shirt
well.
that says Professor Swim.
Potential.
I like
you gotta work on that. You gotta have that.
That's
awesome. That's awesomeness.
Yeah.
Awesomeness.
Well, I tell you what else is awesome. Before we go to our first break, we got this. We're getting used to this to the heat check, rapping, but also quickly in Nebraska basketball news, man. The only second Husker to be the Big Ten Player of the Week. Any guesses who that is? Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Any guess?
Casey.
Well, no, for this year.
Who won it this year?
Oh, this season? Oh man.
It's got to be Bryce. It's Bryce.
It's got to be Gary.
Bryce Williams.
Or Bryce.
Raff, what do you think?
So we're guessing who just won it or who won it previously?
Who just
previously,
won?
Like this season, for this season alone.
Just this week.
Yeah.
Bryce Williams this week. Who was the only past player to have done it twice in past years? Who was the only player in past years who earned multiple Big Ten Player of the Week honors?
I want to say Casey.
Casey, what do you think, Nick?
That'll be my guess.
You got Casey as well, AG?
Yeah.
Oh,
Raff, what do you think?
Petaway.
Text line. If you got a few answers, if you got a few guesses, who was before Bryce Williams did it this week? Who was the last Husker player, the only player to win multiple Big Ten Player of the Week awards?
Oh, can I change? No. Well,
go ahead. Who do you think?
Gary.
I was going to say Bryce McGowan's.
Bryce McGowan's. Okay. Should we give the answer now?
We should.
Siobhan Shields.
Siobhan Shields.
Wow. What year was he here?
No idea.
People forget about Siobhan.
What years?
Siobhan was back in oh gosh.
It would have been like 2012 or 2011 to 2015 area.
Oh my goodness, that was that long. Wow.
Because he started his career, if I remember correctly, at the Bob, and he ended his career at PBA. So it would have been somewhere in the mid 2010s.
He was 2000. Actually, it was 2000. 2013.
Okay.
2014. Yep, 2013.
Wow.
Yep. So 11. It does not seem like Siobhan's been gone for 11 years. Almost
That's
12
crazy.
years.
Wow, that's a minute ago.
That's what the unfortunate part is. I still feel like at times we're in like 2021 right now and not 2025. So it feels like Siobhan, is just a little over 5 years ago. But like even Isaiah Roby is 7 years, 8 years.
Are you serious?
So that's his last year was Tim Miles' last year, and we're in year 6 of Fred Hoiberg. So Isaiah Roby was 7 years ago.
Time flies. Time seriously goes.
Some of the guesses were Shields. Oh, Dan from Canopy. You got it, man. It was Siobhan Shields. Somebody said Palmer.
Nice job, Dan.
Thomas Lincoln said Stricky. Trent Carricker. Good morning to me, Trent Carricker, if I'm pronouncing it right. Bryce McGowan. That was another great guess. Aaron D-Walk. Not him. Conklin. BJ Roll. Babalu. Brian Conklin. Willie said JPJ. And Dave renewed 13 and 14. Dave, what are you talking about? 13
Siobhan Shields.
Oh, 13 and 14. There you go. Okay. Oh, you mixed it the years, Jake.
The years there. Yeah.
14. So, yeah, it's hard to believe he's been gone that long.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Bryce Williams, right, over these last 2 games, averaging about it's over 25 points a game, I believe, Bryce Williams. I mean, guys, here's where it's really unfortunate with Nebraska basketball going on the 6-game slide. I hope it didn't hinder his professional chances too much. I'm a little concerned that it might have at times. Now, you look ahead to next year, and this is kind of one of the conversations I've had with a lot of people about next season, is they'll have to replace a lot. And if you read the tea leaves, they're going to be utilizing the transfer portal a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is they have one recruit in the signing class of 2024. One recruit that's signed for next season. It's Quentin Rhymes as well. And so when you look at everybody they're going to have to replace, right? Andrew Morgan's on that list, Braxton Mia, Raleigh Wooster, Jawan Gary, Bryce Williams. Well, bless you.
Thank you.
There's 5 of your top 7 players on the rotation. Aaron Eulis is on that list as well. And then you're probably going to have some attrition because there's guys that have shown up and maybe it's not panned out in the way they imagined it. And so, yeah, you have some young blood where it's like Nick Janowski and sitting on the bench redshirting, Braden Frager, who is from Lincoln Southwest High School, who's redshirting as well. You have some younger guys on the bench that are waiting their turn, but ultimately you need to go out and find guys that can either bring in the same type of production that Bryce Williams can, a step up, or you need to find a good blend of guys that can make up for everything that you're losing. And with you only bringing in one recruit, next season is about to look a lot different.
Yeah,
one high school recruit, I should specify. Next season's going to look a lot different for Nebraska basketball.
Bryce Williams is that man. The last player since Javon Shields to do it. Multiple Big Ten Player of the Week awards. They take on, of course, Washington, the lowest team in the Big Ten tomorrow. And that game scares me for a number of reasons because, as we know, Nebraska at times tends to play the level of competition. However, they are beat 4 ranked teams this year. We just want to make sure they don't let themselves down. Nebraska beats Nebraska a lot more than the opponents beat Nebraska, in my personal opinion. They beat themselves. So the past 2 weeks, they've shown a different set of stripes. Hopefully that continues in Washington.
It's going to be a late tip-off too, guys.
9:30
p.m. 9:30 p.m. Central Time tip-off between the Huskers and the Huskies. Nebraska will go up against former Husker Wilhelm Breidenbach as well, but then Braxton Mia is going up against his former team as well in the Washington Huskies. So 9:30 p.m. Central Time tip-off. And then not to mention that sets up if Nebraska can get it done on the road, I think there's going to be a lot of happy Husker fans when you would have told them, last week after the Illinois game, hey, what if you go 2-0 on this road trip? You feel pretty good about the way you've been able to turn it around, leading into a pretty meaningful game against a team that's pretty evenly ranked and rated with you in the Big Ten standings in Ohio State on Sunday. So that game, I believe, is in the afternoon. I want to say it's at 2 p.m. at Pinnacle Bank Arena on Sunday. And so you're looking at it and saying, man, you feel like you have a chance to do something after a 6-game slide to maybe turn things around if you're Nebraska basketball here. Absolutely. But it starts tomorrow night, obviously, with the 9:30 p.m. Central Time tip-off against Washington.
Yes,
a lot of Husker fans will be sitting up late.
1 p.m. Sunday. Big Ten
1 p.m.
Network.
Sunday.
1
Thank
p.m.
you.
at the Vault.
Oh, they're playing in Seattle?
They are.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh,
nice. Absolutely.
Yep. Sweet.
Absolutely. Folks, we'll be back because we got some questions about the new volleyball coach and just kind of see what the first order of business would be. It's The Drive. It is a very, very chilly Tuesday morning, but a good Tuesday morning. We got Raff and beautiful AZ. We got AG and beautiful H-Town. Me and Nick are in the frozen tundra. We'll be right back. It's The Drive.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly cloudy skies with a few flurries possible and a high around 31. Tonight, skies and light winds with a low near 22. And tomorrow, a chance of freezing drizzle, otherwise cloudy, the high near 33. Meteorologist Kyle Click for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ready to spruce up your space? No matter what project is on your list, you can check it off at the Nebraska Builders Home and Garden Show, February 7th through the 9th at the Sandhills Global Event Center. With over 200 businesses under one roof, you'll find the latest in home innovations and experts to handle your dream projects. Admission is just $10, and children 12 and under are free. For more information, visit the Home and Garden Show online at hbal.org.
Gentlemen, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't be that guy running to the store for flowers and a card on your way home. Hey, Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
Husker fans, join Nebraska Women's Hoops as they face Michigan on February 6th at 7 p.m. Get ready for a full day of action as women's basketball is joined by other Husker teams to celebrate National Girls and Women in Sports Day. Arrive early for a meet and greet with Nebraska women's teams including soccer, tennis, track and field, swim and dive, and more. The meet and greet starts at 5:30 p.m. in the North Concourse. Get your tickets now. You won't want to miss this matchup in PBA. For event and ticket information, go to huskers.com/tickets. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area, with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. 12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Now back to the drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There are a few things greater. Folks, we're back on this terrific balmy in AZ, balmy in Houston, but definitely not here in Lincoln. Folks, and as many of you know already, we've got a new softball coach. Of course, that broke
volleyball.
Volleyball. I said, what did I say? Baseball. Softball, baseball.
We do not have a new softball coach. Nebraska softball.
Ronderville's fine.
Yeah, Nebraska softball starts their season this Thursday.
Abby,
against,
I think it's because I was thinking about Abby.
Well, Nebraska softball starts. They play number 6 Tennessee this week on Thursday. They play Tennessee, I believe.
Good game.
Then on February 8th, which is Saturday, they play Texas Tech. Who, don't forget, Texas Tech was the landing spot for that Stanford transfer pitcher.
Right.
That has, close to $1 million of NIL. You're talking about $1 million for a softball player is pretty spectacular. So they open their season down in Clearwater, Florida, which we found out Dustin and Lake Alfred. I'm not sure how close that is. He said it was 71 degrees in Lake Alfred, Florida right now. So pretty remarkable. But yeah, anyway, volleyball coach.
Volleyball coach, of course, we got Coach Kelly right now. There's actually folks going to be a welcoming for her Thursday at the Bob at 2 p.m. Doors will open at 1 p.m. at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, welcoming Coach Kelly. Gentlemen, and listeners, let us know as well your thoughts on it. What if you're in her position right now? What is your first order of business? What is your first order of business? You guys feel free to fire in. What is, if you're Danny Busby, you're taking over for an icon, one of the GOATs in volleyball, not just Nebraska, I mean nationwide, one of the GOATs, one of the winnings percentage, 4 national championships, 12 Final Four appearances, all sorts of accolades been going there, inducted in 2017 to the Hall of Fame. We can go on and on and on of the accolades of Coach Cook. What are you doing with a team that just played in back-to-back national championship game? Well, not say 2 years ago, and then got to the Final Four this year. What's your first order of business? Raff, you start us off, my man.
Mine would be to have a meeting with each individual girl, because I know that in his press conference he stated that they met together as a team for 5 minutes to make the transition as smooth for Danny as possible. But sometimes, you don't want to be that one person out of that group. So, they probably felt they had to go together, but just to make sure and clarify with each individual girl that, this is Nebraska is where they want to be at. So I think it's just key for her to meet with each girl individually just to make sure.
I like it. No, they get to know her a little better in a one-on-one setting, rather than a group setting, kind of find out what their goals, aspirations, and expectations are for them, and just get to know who they are. AG, what about you, my man? You've been through some transitions before with new coaches and et cetera, obviously at the professional level, but what would be your first order of business if you're Coach Kelly?
Same thing. I'm getting to know my players. Those are the people that I'm going to be working with every day and day out. Get to know them and see what their mindsets are and see if anything that they have from the previous year that's carrying over this information. Coach Cook did this with me in terms of, stuff on the court, things like that. And then eventually get into the new players, the attrition, players coming in, and get into connected into the high schools in the area and stuff like that, because obviously that's the next set of crew of players that I'm gonna have to know and be aware of who and what and where and why. Why we should recruit this high school in this part of Nebraska or Kansas or wherever. So get on the recruiting scene. So one, get to know the players that's in the building, know the lay of the land, and then after that, get on the course of getting your hands into reconnecting with the local high schools and area high schools in and around Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, South Dakota, Colorado, all the schools, all the places that they recruit.
Nick, you and Rico, particularly Rico, covers him quite a bit. But Nick, if you're taking over the helm after a legend, what's your first order of business?
I think it's a lot of look. We're not going to change a whole lot. Like she has the added benefit of being one of Coach Cook's former players. So she kind of understands. And granted, he's made a lot of adjustments and changes in how he operates day to day. He was a lot tougher as a coach, a lot more hard-headed. He admits that early in his career, more so when DBK was playing there, than maybe he was right now. He's still a very strict and very demanding coach, but in a different way, I think. So, but that's what good coaches do, is they adapt over time. And so I think one thing with DBK is she's going to come in and say, look, the expectation, the standard that's set that I played under and you guys are currently playing under, it's been the same, and it's not changing just because Coach Cook's not here. I think also there's an added benefit of it's firmly out there that Coach John Cook is going to be around. He's going to be involved. And whatever Danny Busboom Kelly asks of him, questions for him, advice, things like that, that's going to help the transition be a little smoother, right? And then on top of it all, you get to retain assistants. I think DBK, that's such a benefit. And AD, Raff, you guys know it even more than I do, of like the ability to retain specific assistants like Jalen Reyes and like Kelly Hunter. It's going to make things smoother, right? And as long as they, who both of them have prior relationships with DBK, Jalen Reyes and Danny Busboom Kelly have been involved with the national team before, so they know each other from there. But with the ability to carry those two over, we talk so much about retaining roster in college athletics. I think that's only going to help things going forward. So yeah, right. The individual meetings are great because it's going to allow you to say, hey, look, this is the expectation, but also it's just going to take time. Like, we can't expect this to be a right off the bat, they view her the way they view John Cook. But there's also, I think, comfort from a lot of those players knowing that John Cook, who they know has their best interest at heart every day that they walk into that gym, and would never put them in a disadvantageous position when he basically hand selected Danny Busboom Kelly to take over his role.
Similar to Coach
Solich. I would sit there and be like, you know what? Maybe he knows something. He understands what I need, and if this gives me the best chance to win and continue to elevate my game, then I'm going to have to trust him.
Coach Kelly is a native of Cortland, Nebraska, just south of Lincoln, not very far. She was a superstar at Adams Central High School. One of those two was where she was. I want to make sure I get that correct. Adams Freeman High School. State volleyball title as a freshman. She was part of their basketball team that won back the championships as well in the Class D, as well as in the 100-meter hurdles. She's also a sprinter. She was just a will-around athlete. You guys, do you think you see any attrition from this squad?
No. I do not. I'm pretty confident in that. I think we have to also remember that these two programs, when you're talking top of college volleyball, Louisville was right up there. They played in the national championship, and Nebraska obviously made the Final Four. I don't see any attrition, number one, because I think it would have already happened. Number two is because Danny Busboom Kelly has been Nebraska's coach since January 31st. Her contract officially started on January 31st as the head coach of Nebraska women's volleyball. So I'm sure those meetings that we talked about, I'm sure that's happened. I'm sure these conversations have already happened. So I think if we were going to see attrition, it would have already done. But on top of that, it's not Nebraska taking a flyer or a chance on a first-time head coach coming from, or an assistant or another head coach coming from a group of five program. This is essentially football. It's different because you're working with a lot larger numbers, but essentially it's Alabama football taking a coach that competed in the national championship last year. Alabama didn't compete in the national championship in Saban's last year, there's actually quite a bit of connection with this.
I hope it doesn't work the way Alabama did this year.
But that's what I'm saying is hypothetically speaking, Alabama and Saban's last year didn't compete in the national championship. They competed I believe they competed in the playoff, right? Or maybe they just missed out on the playoff. Competed at a high level.
They lost to Michigan.
Thank you. That's right. Yeah. So that's right. So they compete in that, but then ultimately they move on. But who do they go get? The guy that competed in the national championship. Right. That's what Nebraska did. Essentially, was they were one of the top programs, top dynasties in all of college volleyball. 7 of the last 10 years, they made the Final Four. They went out and got another already proven head coach. So it's a different scenario than maybe Nebraska programs are more accustomed to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think you see much attrition from this. I think these girls know that what they're doing. We look at her, just kind of her background again, 203 wins versus 44 losses in her 8 seasons. They're in Louisville. Reached the state championship match for the second time in 3 years in 2024. 2021 ABCA National Coach of the Year. And volleyballmag.com National Coach of the Year, 4-time ABCA East Region Coach of the Year, and 3-time ACC Coach of the Year. And being a native Nebraska, I think Raff and AG, you both touched about, and Nick as well, having a great name already in the state of Nebraska and nationally, not just Nebraska, nationally, to recruit. She was a member of the 2006 National Championship team here at Nebraska. Mm-hmm. Also, as an assistant when Nebraska won the Natty in 2015. So she comes with a full cupboard full of awards and accolades and credibility. That's for sure.
Well, and guys, she obviously hasn't won one as a head coach yet. Hasn't won a title as a head coach yet. Going to have as good of an opportunity as anybody next season, right? Absolutely. You look at what Nebraska volleyball has coming back, and you can see a couple of names and be in contention with guys or with players like Harper Murray and Andy Jackson and Taylor Landfair. Like Nebraska is going to have as good of an opportunity, Danny Busboom Kelly, as good of an opportunity to do exactly what John Cook did in year one of his time at Nebraska, and that's win a title. He won it. They were undefeated in 2000, won a title, and I'm excited. Like I when we were in there in the arena on Thursday when John Cook walked out at the under 16 minute media timeout, you got goosebumps. And then when DBK walked out after him and they hugged at half court, like it was real cool to be in Pinnacle Bank Arena while that happened. And so I'm excited for Thursday. It's a 2 p.m. thing at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. I'm sure John Cook will be there. I'm sure obviously Danny Busboom Kelly will be there. It's going to be a fun opportunity for a lot of Husker volleyball fans to welcome the next coach who all signs point and we all hope and expect to be here for just as long as John Cook was.
Few of the text messages from the text line before we go to break. Unknown texter 6445. Yes, Freeman High School in Adams, Nebraska. Appreciate that. And unknown texter 3764 says one thing he wants to do, figure out how to beat Penn State.
Yeah, right.
Waverly Jim, appreciate you, brother. Yes, Freeman High School is where Coach Kelly was at.
It's stunning, guys, if you think about it. Nebraska volleyball has only had 4 head coaches. Danny Busboom Kelly is the 4th head coach in program history.
Yep.
That's incredible longevity.
Consistency.
Yeah, right. It reminds me a lot of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right. Longevity, consistency, success. Like you expect, and that's the expectation here. And I think that's what a lot of Husker fans expect DBK to continue. I just saw Oregon. They hired their 8th or 9th head coach in program history. I mean, you're talking double the amount. Nebraska in volleyball, and we know this. This is not a surprise comment. Nebraska is not a stair-stepping job.
No.
In volleyball. This is the creme de la creme.
Yes.
Top of the line. This is the dream job, and we know it's DBK's dream job.
Oh yeah, this is it's the top for sure.
It's the epicenter.
It is. Folks, when we come back, we got a little history action to discuss. We got Raff in the beautiful AZ sunshine. We got H-Town AG at 70 degrees. Me and Nick here in the frozen tundra. We'll be right back with history. It's The Drive.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild. but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And Electrical.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Okay, during the break, I was telling Nick, AG, and Raff that you're getting old when you're looking at new recliners. Lazy Boys Online. my recliner went out yesterday, man. The wire underneath, I guess it had frayed enough under the adjusting back and forth, and I went to click the button. The recliner was like, "Nah, bro, we're done."
The strain was too much.
Yeah, man. It was but I had it 8 years though.
That was your favorite recliner.
Yes, you always see me in that chair.
You're always in that recliner.
Yeah, man. So I'm trying to get one before the Super Bowl, and but I don't want to pay an arm and a leg either. But I'm not going to pay cheap, because you pay too cheap, it'll destroy itself.
Yeah, there goes the wire.
Yeah, there goes the wire. So yeah, I'm definitely. I want one. Is it an old man of me to want one with a massager on it?
Not at all. Maybe a
That's what
refrigerator
guys are
underneath.
doing now.
Yeah, you should do the one like George Costanza has in Seinfeld after he gets fired from Play Now, where he has the refrigerator on the side and it just has tons of drinks in it.
Yeah, there it is right there.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I got to get one.
Whoa,
man.
Barney has an idea on the text
What's up?
line. Says, what if you took the recliner to a furniture repair shop and got it fixed? You wouldn't have to.
That's real.
You wouldn't have to part ways.
You wouldn't have to.
You wouldn't. But here's my only thing. It is getting kind of worn, man. It's and
Does it
Barney, you're
smell
exactly right.
funky?
And I'm definitely not going to toss it. That's not an option. I'm definitely not tossing it.
Where are you going to give it?
Probably I'll probably put it in the basement.
Oh, okay.
Down there, or give it to one of my kids.
Yeah.
It's still a great chair. But you know, Barney.
I said get it fixed first before you do that.
Yeah, Barney. I think, and my brother is a pretty good electrician,
handyman.
Yeah, he's pretty handy. And my nephew. You know what, Barney? That's.
How about Barney?
Barney, that's
give it up for Barney.
Barney, man.
Barney, all right, Barney.
But Barney, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna tell you this: you don't want me fixing it. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because if you want me to clean something, man, I will clean like there's no tomorrow. But it comes to fixing something, nah, bro.
You want to clean the fabric?
Do
clean the fabric before somebody else gets it.
I would blow myself apart if I tried anything with electrical or anything like that. But Barney, that's something actually that Brian brought up yesterday. Big Ty, just splice the wire back together. Yeah, not me.
Do you know how to splice?
Do you know how to splice?
I do not. I was asking you if you know how to splice.
No, I have no idea.
Anybody?
I know how to slice on a golf course. Though.
Raff, AG, do you know how to splice?
Wires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Raff does and AG does. Okay.
Raff, the way you got to answer kind of gave it away, like you don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
Raff's like,
man.
oh, hey, here's a funny story though, you guys. I'm not sure if John Squire's listening right now. I'm Squire's dad. He's my neighbor. So we got a new dishwasher. Okay, it's in the box. John knows I don't know what I'm doing. Anything about fixing stuff, AG and Raff. He goes, AD, we can put this in.
Oh gosh,
bro.
And that's the story of how my house flooded.
Yeah. Hey, we tried to connect, the wiring in the hot water. Dude, I about flooded my kitchen.
Yeah, I bet.
John was like, AD, bleep, 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 bleep. And I was like, John, I'm drowning. I'm not drowning. The water keeps shooting. I said, John, go downstairs. Turn the water faucet off. And literally, I had singes because it burned my face because the water was
so hot.
And then the kitchen floor was about ruined.
Yeah.
Because so much water was shooting out of this thing. So anytime it comes to something, I'm like, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Do what you do best, pay for the rest. That's always my motto when it comes to home improvement. DIY. I'm like, man, if you don't know what you're doing, don't screw it. Because it's going to cost you more in the long run if you jack it up.
Yeah, 100%.
But Big Ty, I'm gonna check into that.
David says, Nick, you are 8th on the list to get that chair. Stop asking like you're going to get it. Time out. I know better. I don't want that chair. Listen,
so what you saying, man?
I know, because I know how much you sat in that chair. So I just want to.
So what do you say about me?
I'm not saying anything about you specifically.
I could be a tad gassy at times.
Yeah,
so
just
what
what
you
you did in the chair.
You just spray a little Lysol on it.
So you know exactly what I was referring to. We're good. We're good then.
Papa Giorgio can afford more than a.
Exactly.
Papa Giorgio.
What do you got for history today?
He can afford the top of the chairs.
Hey, AD, what do you got for history today, my friend?
Raff, you start off first, my man.
All right. Some football history. On this day in 1969, the Oakland Raiders hired John Madden to be their head coach, where he still holds for coaches with more than 100 games, the NFL record at a 759 winning percentage.
Nice.
Wow.
That's
And my,
crazy.
Great.
and my second piece of history, today, number 56 turned 66 years old. Lawrence Taylor is 66 today.
LT. Nice.
LTZ, one of the best, if not the best, to ever do it. Lawrence Taylor. AG, what you got? I'll go last one, man.
You know what? I just a game that came out in 2000, so 25 years ago. I found out playing this game that living my life was good enough. Was the Sims game that came out, and so it was built by and live. The Sims gave you the chance to like create your simulated people and build your own neighborhood, and then help your Sims pursue careers and earn money, make friends, find romance, and totally mess with their lives. So keep up with the Sims and a happy decorating your home and over 150 objects of downloadable things that you can have to the Sims. And I realized I played an hour of this and I said, hold up, I'm doing this right now. Why am I going to play this on the video game? Where I'm living a life. You got to walk your dog. You got to take your garbage out. If you don't take the garbage out in the house, it starts to stink up the kitchen. And then so they'll show you the garbage stinking. And like every day moment that you don't take it out, the stink starts infiltrating every bedroom in the house. And when you got to walk your dog is barking at you until you walk it or feed him. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not. I lived this already.
This is my life.
This is my life. I don't want to play. I don't want to play and live my life at the same time. And I was like, I'm out on Sims. But it came out 25 years ago, 2000.
Wow. Because then they
February
made like
4th.
They made like Sims 2, Sims. I mean, they made
Sims everything. They got Sims, Star Wars edition, Sims, like some of the major movies and stuff like that, lifestyles, Sims Friends, like the TV show Friends. It's like, I was like, I'm out on this.
They started branching.
Good game though.
It is. They started branching off into like you own a roller coaster park and stuff.
Roller Coaster Tycoon Sims and all that stuff, or big business Sims where you're a CEO of a company, you got to run it. So I was like, I'm out. I'm already doing this every day.
Exactly.
So I'm good. But it came out February 4th, 2000. Sims.
What you got, AD?
Well, there were two songs at AG. When he says walk it, I was like, walk it like it, talk it.
Exactly. Do you know who sings that song?
No. Was that Ying Yang Twins?
Nope. A rapper named Migos.
Migos, that's right.
I was gonna say Migos. A group.
AG. I know AG got it.
That's right.
A group named Migos.
Yeah.
A group. Yeah, that shows you how much.
It's what's her name's husband? Cardi B's.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
One of her. I think she just married. Just one of the guys. That's what I meant to say. One of the guys is her husband, not both.
Not the whole group.
And they've been together, and they've been broken up, remarried, broken up again. I think they're broken up now. They're divorced officially again. Unfortunately,
I gotcha.
Well, in Husker history, this was in 2005. Check this out. 2005. Tom Lemming gave Nebraska the #1 recruiting class in the country.
I know that guy.
Year. A few names are on there. Harrison Beck was on that recruiting class. Zach Bowman was part of that one. Jordan Congdon was part of that one. Chris Brooks was part of that one. Barry Cryer, Philip Dillard was part of that one. Cody Glenn, France Hardy. But one of the ones that stands out the most, Ndamukong Suh was part of that.
Wow.
And Zach Taylor was also a part of that class in 2005. Barry Turner, Matt Slauson. There's a number of guys in that recruiting class. Rodney Piku, Jordan Piku that played pro football as well. Steve Octavian was a monster at linebacker as well during those times. So there were some ballers during that time. Remember Franz Hardy, the skinny guy from Miami, 6'1", 170, kind of the blazer. So there were some ballers on that squad. 2005.
Wow. Before we go to break, guys, we got some Super Bowl squares to give away. We got some Super Bowl squares to give away. All right, so here's today's trivia question. We'll give away 5. We'll give away 5 Super Bowl squares on today's show. And here's the trivia question that we'll get the answer after we come back from break. Your Super Bowl squares trivia question. You cannot, I will repeat this once again, you cannot have already won, number 1. Number 2 is your answer is invalid. It is not valid if your full first and last name are not tied with your answer. So once again, 2 stipulations. You must have your first and last name, and you must not have already won a Super Bowl square. Your trivia question, one of 5 winners. Here we go. Who leads Nebraska men's basketball in 3-point shooting percentage? This season, who leads Nebraska men's basketball in 3-point shooting percentage? You texted into the text line 464-5685, your first and last name, and you have not already won a Super Bowl square. And we will tell you the answer and shout out who got the answer correctly in one of those 5 Super Bowl squares when we come back from break. So we don't need to say it yet.
Yeah.
Don't need to say it yet. Just go ahead and send us at the break.
A few texts I'm going to read before we go to break. Unknown texter 8658. So I started laughing. Nick, he goes, as an electrician, I'm just listening and thinking I'm about to get a service call for potentially a new house to wire. That could possibly happen. Also, unknown texter. Oh, gosh, dang, it keeps going. People are shooting numbers.
I know, right? Great to see.
Yeah, 3789. Good morning to you. Goes, AD, I install dishwashers for a living. I've been there. That water is hot. No fun. Glad you got the water. Shut up. Yeah, it burns your face off, man. I'm literally, man. Folks, when we come back, we'll talk about those answers. And also when we come back, we want to talk Super Bowl. There's a lot to discuss. AG will be making his way down to New Orleans tomorrow, so he'll be there firsthand experience. We'll be back, folks. It's The Drive. Keep those answers coming. 937 Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The Jerky Bowl has kicked off at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska. From now until halftime of the big game, every online order gets you entered into their incredible giveaway. The grand prize is a 30-bag jerky sample pack, $225 value, while second place is a 15-bag sample pack, while third place is a Be Mine jerky box. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Order now at smokinggunjerky.com, and if you enter promo code EARLY, you'll not only get 10% off your order, but also be entered twice for the drawing. It's the Jerky Bowl at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Early break. This Kevin says, the old days were absolutely not better times. Lots of hardships. Life in 2025 is better than ever.
Oh, I love when we get these joke texts. I love
Good joke, good
I love
one.
the joke. You're a good one.
Good one, Kevin.
You're hilarious, Kevin. You keep it up.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Ready to spruce up your space? No matter what project is on your list, you can check it off at the Nebraska Builders Home and Garden Show, February 7th through the 9th at the Sandhills Global Event Center. With over 200 businesses under one roof, you'll find the latest in home innovations and experts to handle your dream projects. Admission is just $10, and children 12 and under are free. For more information, visit the Home and Garden Show online at hbal.org.
Husker fans, join Nebraska Women's Hoops as they face Michigan on February 6th at 7 p.m. Get ready for a full day of action as women's basketball is joined by other Husker teams to celebrate National Girls and Women in Sports Day. Arrive early for a meet and greet with Nebraska women's teams including soccer, tennis, track and field, swim and dive, and more. The meet and greet starts at 5:30 p.m. in the North Concourse. Get your tickets now. You won't want to miss this matchup in PBA. For event and ticket information, go to huskers.com/tickets. Stop asking your friends if they're hosting a party this Sunday and come for the real party instead. Join 93.7 The Ticket for the big game at Wings and Rings at 68th and O this Sunday and walk away with great prizes just for showing up. Why worry about making a great spread of food for the game at your house when you can enjoy all the great wings and more at Wings and Rings? It's the big game party with 93.7 The Ticket at Wings and Rings this Sunday at 68th and O.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back, and man, there are plenty of answers that come across. A few that came across was Andrew Morgan, Asijan, Hoiberg, Jacob, Hogue. Who else? There was some more that came across. Bryce Williams.
Yeah, there was a lot of answers. A lot of answers here. I feel a sneeze that's been coming for the last 12 minutes, and I cannot get it out. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, so the question, just to refresh people, for 5 Super Bowl squares, the question was who led Nebraska, or who leads currently Nebraska basketball in 3-point shooting percentage, not in 3-point makes, not in 3-point attempts, but shooting percentage from beyond the 3-point line. That's a big key in this one, because if I asked you the amount of 3-point makes, the answer is pretty easy. It's Connor Asijan. If I asked you 3-point attempts, same thing. The answer is pretty easy. It's Connor Asijan. A lot of people guessed Connor Asijan, the Wisconsin transfer. A lot of people guessed Bryce Williams because he's the leading scorer on this team. Connor Asijan is second on the team in 3-point shooting percentage with 39.8% from beyond the 3-point line. Bryce Williams is third on the team in 3-point shooting percentage at 35.4. But there is a young man who's played in 22 games, averages 20 and a half minutes a game, who's shooting currently 42.3% from beyond the 3-point line, and that is Sam Hoiberg. Sam Hoiberg leads the team in three-point shooting percentage, hasn't necessarily shot a lot of three-pointers, but does so at a high percentage. And so there you have it. Chris, Travis, and 3 guys named Jason are your winner of the Super Bowl squares. I texted them back from our text line, let them know that they're in. So if you did not receive a text back, you're still eligible for later shows for the Super Bowl square opportunities.
I love how Nick becomes a professor, and now all these guys are young men. A young man, Sam Hoiberg.
They don't like to be called kids.
IQ Crew says, hello all. I'm loving the new lineup. I would love to shout out to the proud parent moment. Absolutely. My son Isaac, I don't want to mispronounce your last name, Skalik, is a senior at Peru State bowling team. He was awarded the Heart of America Conference Bowl of the Week honor after his 224 average. Wow. Second place all-tournament team finished this past weekend in Lawrence, Kansas at the NAIA West Open Tournament. It's his second Conference of the Week honor and 9th all-tournament team and award of his collegiate career. Man, IQ Crew, big congrats to your son, Isaac, and the entire Peru State bowling team, man. Big shout-out to you on that, my man. Big shout-out. That's great stuff. 224 average is no joke. That's for sure. Gentlemen, it is Super Bowl week. And I was thinking about this a little bit last night and this morning. You guys, with Andy Reid, okay, you look at all the things that Andy Reid has done at his whole career. Look at the coaching tree, etc. It was announced also that he was returning. The management, Mr. Hunt family, put out a statement yesterday that Randy Reid will be returning to the Chiefs in 2025. Initial thoughts on that, you guys? Surprising or not surprising that they already made the announcement?
I would say not surprised, because you want things to go as usual. Making a big deal of stuff there, especially at a time like this where they got to get ready for the big game. You don't need to make no big thing of anything. Just make the announcement and continue as business, because then you take care of business on Sunday. It's easy to focus.
Yeah, I don't think it's a surprise either. I think as long as number 15 is behind center, you're going to see Andy Reid around as long as he's around. So it wouldn't surprise me one bit to see Andy Reid coach another 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, you think about Andy Reid, and coaches often get judged by the kind of the windows of time they're in. And like you both mentioned, when you got number 15, you're in a great window of opportunity anytime he's in there, because you can plug and play. I mean, you look at what Worthy has done this year and the fill-ins they have, the Juju Smiths, the Hollywood Browns, etc. Running back by committee with Hunt and Peck. I was going to say Pinocchio. Pachenko's in there. But you look at, he'll be the first coach to win 3 Super Bowls. Although we can't forget about Curly Lambeau, AG, of course, Lombardi. They won 3 consecutive championships at another time, but modern day, how we look at it right now, this would be the first, definitely not discrediting what those guys did back then. Andy Reid also stands fourth all-time in victories, 55 behind Don Shula, 43 behind Hollis, and 29 behind Belichick. Reid is just, what makes him such a good coach, though? I know to the Chiefs fans, you love it. For the anti-Chiefs fans, you're going to make me gag right now. I don't want to hear about it. But we're talking about greatness. We got to throw biases out the window. These are sheer facts that Andy Reid has done for a long period of time. You guys, what makes Andy Reid Andy Reid? This obviously, throw 15 out of it, because he was getting it done in Philly, won a championship there as well. And what makes Andy Reid, gentlemen?
Team, he's a player's coach. It starts there. And I say pretty much ends there, because once you get the players buy-in, that you're going to run through anybody, anything, do whatever you can to be on that football field to produce the way they have over the last decade in terms of him being there. Once he got there, I want to say 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. You saw the change. You saw the change happening. There were a couple players, there's a couple of instances he had with players on, with some off-field stuff had happened in the early couple of years, first 5 years. But then that all got straightened out. He either got those players obviously got themselves out the league, but then, or he worked with them to get them on the right track. But then here's all the draft picks along with the GM. And then once you get players on the roster, is getting in their head and understanding, like, this is what your job needs to be, on this team. And then this is what I'm gonna give you, because I know, doing the show and then knowing my good friend, the teammate Dorsey Levens, he said once he got to Philly, it was a place, it was an environment that Andy Reid took care of the players. Come mid-season, they were not in pads. So no matter what their record was. So week 8, they're just in helmets for the rest of the week, for the rest of the season. When I've been on teams, regardless, we're in the playoffs, we won our division early, we were still hitting in 9-on-7, week 13 and week 14. Wow. So that's a big statement saying, something like Mark McCarthy said to me and my whole team when he came in year one and said, you offer your bye week, no matter where we're at. And so Andy Reid would set those type of tones, basically getting the trust of the players and the respect, because then working around instances of, we got to have a big play, or the players are going to be in the position to be themselves to step up and do it. And that's where you see Mahomes doing what they're doing on offense, and then Chris Ford and the rest of the defense doing what they're doing, and being in the right places at the right time is all predicated to then his OC and his DC, Pete, the guys under him coaching. And so even those buy-in, having those assistant coaches having that buy-in to the head coach, and that you believe what he believes, and that's going to get you where we need to go, being on the same page, and something we lived being a Husker way back when. But that is why, that's one for me, that is the thing. You get that player buy-in first, then after that, it makes things a little bit more easier in that locker room to try to intertwine yourself and your coaching habits and the guidelines that you want to preach in the locker room to make sure the team is built where you want it to be and to become a successful team.
Real quick shout out, you spot on with that, AG. Quick shout out to Brad Baldwin. Shout out to the guys, love listening, working outside. It's cold. Raff and Baldwin, stay bundled up out there. Definitely appreciate all the guys and gals that are outside working in the inclement weather that's going on here for sure. Raff, you can tell the mutual respect that Belichick and Reid have for each other, because Reid is called Belichick, arguably the greatest coach ever. Belichick is referred to Reid as arguably the greatest coach in the league. On Sunday, looking at this report they have on The Athletic as well as Sports Illustrated, Reid will surpass Belichick with 45 playoff appearances for the most in history. In head-to-head competition, Belichick won 7 of those 12 games, including all 3 postseason meetings. But you look at what Reid is doing right now, the mutual respect that you have there, and what AG said, being a player's coach. Raff, you look at what you guys had as coaches in Denver over the years, the ones they played for, the ones they may not have played for. What is your secret to Andy Reid's success? Because one of our texters said it beautifully right here. I think it was Clay Tony and John. Good morning to you, Clay Tony and John. Appreciate you. Andy Reid has 2 Hall of Fame careers, one in Philly and one in KC. It's amazing. Yeah. And Clay Tony and John, I agree with you. Raff, again, players coach, what other characteristics does he bring to the table to where he gets the best out of guys in times when their whole receivers corps has changed at times for the most part?
The secret, though, when you talk about all these great coaches, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. It's Pittsburgh Steelers, Terry Bradshaw. I mean, they've all, Mike Shanahan, John Elway. I mean, having a franchise superstar quarterback does not hurt your chances. I mean, look at Andy Reid when he's in Philadelphia. Yeah, I don't argue that he was a Hall of Fame coach there, but if he doesn't get the Super Bowl victories in Kansas City, he's looked at as just a really good coach. But once he gets those Super Bowl victories, that's what's put him into the top echelon of, head coaches ever. So, I mean, I mean, everything that AG said about him being a player's coach, totally agree with. But man, when you get that difference-making quarterback, that superstar quarterback, man, that makes all the difference.
Yeah,
makes it easier,
Absolutely.
In recent years, I think it was I wasn't sure. Sorry to cut you off, AD. I'm not sure if it was Sirianni in Philly when they won. They had Nick Foles.
Yeah.
So,
and AG, you look when Baltimore won, who was their quarterback when they won the Super Bowl?
God, I know it. I know him. Trent Dilfer played at Tampa. Yeah. I know him very well because he was a Buccaneer for a long time too.
Yeah, I'm talking like you're like dynasty type teams.
Absolutely.
That last for a while. Like
and half it galvanized your point. Dilfer, you got one, but in order to form a dynasty, you're going to have a quarterback that's one of the best.
Yeah. And a part of that is just finding that player. It's all about drafting, right? That's where you work with your GM and your area scouts, your player personnel department to find that person, right? Because when you saw them going after or potentially going after before they drafted him, Pat Mahomes out of Texas Tech, what was everybody saying? Oh, he should, this guy is only this. He did this at Texas Tech because he had this type of people around him, and he's a loose cannon and all that, right? But something about him, what I saw, and right away, I'm not sure it was the same thing I saw that Andy saw. Obviously, we're different people in terms of different acumen of football. I saw a two-sport athlete. When I found out that Pat Mahomes' dad was a former MLB pitcher, I said, "Oh, this kid's special." I said, because now I watched this game with a different eye. Now I was watching him at Texas Tech. He was scrambling now around that pocket because he knew how to throw the ball in different platforms. So he knew how to throw the ball off balance. He knew how to double clutch, but then still be accurate, how to put touch on the ball from any part of the field. Because as a baseball player, you got to know that. And Nick, you know what I'm talking about. When you're a baseball player, when you're a first baseman, shortstop, outfielder, you got to learn how to get that ball out your mitt as fast as possible. You might be falling down, but you got to throw it.
Different arm spot.
Exactly. You got different release points in baseball all day long. So I said, man, if this kid has the protection, that means offensive line, and a run game behind him, the pass game is going to be cake because he's not afraid and he knows how to throw the ball to his receivers in certain situations. So that is where the game changer for Pat, being that Andy Reid finally got that quarterback, because he had Donovan McNabb in Philly. He had some other really good quarterbacks in Philly over the years he was there. But when he got somebody that was just something a little different, which was Pat Mahomes, then it set the bar high, and now that's why he's being talked about with the Belichicks, with the Shulas, with the Lombardis, in the conversation.
Yeah.
One thing about Andy Reid that I've always been impressed with is how he's dealt with adversity. You think about when he was fired from Philly in 2012, he was 4-12 that year. Well, that same year, his son was, had an overdose. You can imagine I can't possibly imagine the grief he was dealing with, but he just didn't just say, woe is me. After he was fired after the season was over, 5 days later, he was hired. He was with the Chiefs and won 11 games after the team had only won 2 the previous year in 2011. So I think the thing I respect about Andy the most is just the dude's resolve, man. I mean, he has been through a lot of stuff, and a lot of people have been through a lot. But to continue to perform at that level and that high is pretty remarkable on what they're doing there. So love him or hate him, with the Chiefs go, the dude is winning games, and we're witnessing history as far as that goes. Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit Husker football as well. Talk a little bit more on ramifications of the spring game, what that can mean with players that are potentially on the bubble. Making that squad. Absolutely. So we'll discuss that when we come back, folks. It's The Drive.
And I'm going to miss this because I got to jump after this. Sorry, guys. I wanted to be in that conversation. I'm just like, spring game? What? What? No spring game? But we could talk. Darn, I can't talk tomorrow because I'm on a plane. I might have to talk about that next week. Throw my 2 cents in.
AG, safe travels down to New Orleans, man. Be safe down there, all right?
AG, safe travels, my man.
All right, guys.
All right,
chat. Talk to you later.
Go hog wild, pit barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a 1-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
The Jerky Bowl has kicked off at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska. From now until halftime of the big game, every online order gets you entered into their incredible giveaway. The grand prize is a 30-bag jerky sample pack, $225 value, while second place is a 15-bag sample pack, while third place is a Be Mine jerky box. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Order now at smokinggunjerky.com, and if you enter promo code EARLY, you'll not only get 10% off your order, but also be entered twice for the drawing. It's the Jerky Bowl at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly cloudy skies with a few flurries possible and a high around 31. Tonight, cloudy skies and light winds with a low near 22. And tomorrow, a chance of freezing drizzle, otherwise cloudy with a high near 33. I'm meteorologist Kyle Beck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break. Joe says, Kevin says, the old days were absolutely not better times. Lots of hardships. Life in 2025 is better than ever.
Oh, I love when we get these jokes back. I love
Good joke, good
I love
one.
that joke. You're a good one.
Good one, Kevin.
You're hilarious, Kevin. You keep it up.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. 2 more segments left on this beautiful Tuesday morning. What's that?
I just can't get over AG no longer with us here. I just can't get over the fact that Raff is in Arizona, and he's probably just going to be there by himself now, potentially. He's just in this house. He's in the Airbnb or wherever he's at, and he's just got to chill, which he does well. I mean, that's fine.
Raff, have you lined up any tea times, man?
Maybe a couple.
Have you done anything?
No, not really.
Hey, Raff, you know what? Real talk.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I was in bed last night at like 9:30 probably.
So 11:30 our time. No, that you guys don't change. You guys only are
Just
out.
just 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
So 10:30 your time. And there's so many golf courses. You got to hit up Henry T. Buchanan and see if he's playing the next 2 days, man.
I'll figure something out. I'm crafty.
Yeah, hit up Henry T.
He's
see if
crafty.
balling.
Exactly.
Henry T. Buchanan, former Nebraska point guard, of course, lives down there in AZ. In Ted Gilmore might be down for some golf. Rafferty. We got a number of friends. And Raff's got a number of friends down there too. I tell you what, even if you didn't golf, bro, sitting in a high of 80 today,
yeah,
by the pool with a stogie is a lot better than a high of 24 or 25 we got here in Nebraska.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely, man.
Raff just looks comfortable.
Yeah.
He's got a little tropical color shirt on.
Look like a big snowbird.
Yeah. Gosh dang.
Yeah.
You're about to sneeze again, aren't you? There you go. You was waiting for that one, baby.
I've been waiting hours for that one.
You was waiting.
Wow. That felt good. Okay.
It feels better than the sneeze, except when your rib hurts.
Yeah.
Raff, we were talking about this yesterday. Me and Rico, because obviously, Nick, you guys were gone taking care of business. The spring game. And it's going to be heavily altered because, as Coach Rule said, it's no longer tampering. It's a free market. There's no longer, just like I said, it's just, I mentioned after the showcase of talent last year, nationally televised games, guys were getting just flat out getting calls. It wasn't even tamper, wasn't even have your boy hit me up. No, I'm calling you directly. We'll see what's going on. Whether the teams follow suit, we have not got down in stone yet of what it's going to look like. But most likely it's going to look different than last year. I know there's both pros and cons of it. We talked about maybe the economic impact that could have for downtown hotels, eateries, business, etc., because many count that as an extra game, home game for Nebraska. What are your thoughts on the potential different setup of the spring game here for 2025?
Oh, first off, I just think about, the Nebraska fans in general, that I think that the spring game is huge for the Nebraska football fans out there too, just for the fact that they need something, that their zeal for football just to see something. But I understand where he's coming from, and like with the numbers, to have enough offensive linemen to have a real live game is tough in today's world of football. And we're in such a weird world right now with him talking about people just calling, trying to, swipe players off your team. I guess it's kind of frustrating more than anything, but I understand where he's coming from. But hopefully the athletic department can figure something out to where they still can give Nebraska football fans a little something just to chew on before football season.
Yeah, it feels like the fall practice that we saw this past year is going to be a thing moving forward more consistently for Nebraska football, where it's going to be an open practice like that. It's not going to be as big as the spring game, certainly not, right? And I don't think they need to try to make it as big as the spring game. I think for me specifically, I grew up, my family, we weren't able to go to real game, actual games in the fall. We just weren't. And so spring game provided an opportunity, money wise, it provided an opportunity to where where it was $10. And as long as you were one of the first ones to when tickets went on sale to be at the ticket office, I remember showing up on the day they came on sale, and we'd go get the tickets, and I'd be first row in either the south or north end zone every single year. And that was where we were at. You'd go down on the field, you participate in the pledge. That was the cool thing on April Saturday. But I understand where Matt Rule's coming from. From a personal standpoint, yeah, is it disappointing? Sure. It's a bummer, right? But ultimately, you got to do what's best for Nebraska football program.
Right.
And if that does mean that teams are truly trying to snipe players and pick them away, then yeah, guess what? If you're a coach, you don't want that happening. You don't want that happening. And so how much do we really learn from the spring game every year? Not really sure. How much of it is actually substance? Not a whole lot, probably, because in this ever-changing landscape of college football specifically, nothing's the same as it was last month. And certainly nothing's the same when you go from April to August. And so there could be a guy that breaks out at the spring game and then either isn't even on the team in August. So It's a real shame because of the economic distress it might put on some local businesses. It really is.
And for the story that you just shared, for
Yeah.
people
There's a lot of kids that
may
can't
not-
afford the $90 tickets to games.
Right. I remember, Raff, you remember not too long ago, Raff, this might have been before Nick's time, but maybe same time. You might have been a little younger when you said the Just Say No pledge.
Oh, yeah.
And you were allowed to get in to go to the game. So that part of it truly is, like I said, I hate that for our fans. If it indeed does go to that new structure, I understand it. It still sucks. Raff, I think it's some of the collateral damage of this new landscape that we're living in with college sports, to where even if it's not televised, you don't really know who's in that stadium, who's not when you open it up like that. But it just sucks all the way around, put it that way. But I get it, though.
Have we heard other Big Ten teams? Are they still doing their spring games? Or are they doing the kind of the same thing that Nebraska's doing?
Well, I would imagine. So we haven't heard anything yet. And Nebraska hasn't officially canceled it. There's probably going to be some event that happens in April.
Let me give you guys an example. They didn't cancel it, but you look at what happened with Texas. What was their third string quarterback ended up transferring? What was that brother's name? Because we were thinking about maybe trying to get him as well. I'm not saying we, as in we on the station, we're talking about it, us guys. Raff, what was his name? That quarterback, man. That
I can't. Oh man, I know who you're talking to about too.
It was
from Texas.
From Texas.
Yeah, last year.
Viewers. What was that brother's name, man? Real quick, he had a hell of a spring game.
It was the dude. He's now at he transferred to Duke. Malik.
It is Malik.
It's not more. It's not more. Hold on.
Let's look that. Nick,
yeah, we're gonna
things,
find
man.
this. We're gonna find this.
Remember, he had a breakout spring game, and all of a sudden, man, he had offers all over the daggum place.
Malik Murphy.
Malik Murphy. So you look at a situation like that. What they had there is kind of like, hey, this dude can ball out. It's just different everywhere you go. Obviously, it didn't hurt Texas none because they still ended up going very far in the college football playoffs with Ewers as well as Manning back there. But and you know what? From a player standpoint, if you want to be selfish, and what I mean by selfish in a good way, if they ball in the spring game, let's say they're not in the depth chart where they want to be at their respective schools, not just here but anywhere, that's a chance for them to showcase their ability as well. But to Matt's point, man, you got people not even poaching, not even tampering anymore. They're just flat out free marketed right now. Hey, I want to read this one by Pack Fan 72. First of all, man, I hope you're improving. He goes, AD, please bring up to people they need to pay attention to their health. I went to work yesterday not feeling good at all. I remember standing at my station wishing I could lay down. I woke up in the hospital. I drove a truck for 10 years and didn't exercise. I'm paying for it now. Now I'm making appointments for cardiac work and stress tests. We only have one body. We need to take care of it. Pack Fan 72, man, our thoughts and prayers go out to you that you recover quickly. And brother, you cannot say that enough. With my own battles health-wise, I just make it non-negotiable. Because think about it, as you mentioned, once you start feeling a certain way, you don't get out of shape, just in a day or a week.
Yeah.
No, it's continued not doing anything. That stuff adds up to you. So Pack Fan 72, my thoughts and prayers go out to you, brother. I'm hoping for a safe and speedy recovery for you, my man. Text in back in, Pack Fan 72, and let us know this week how you're doing, man. Definitely put you down on my prayer list. Be praying for you, brother. Malik Murphy, yes, it was 0069. It was Malik Murphy who it was. We're talking about health as I'm standing up right now because the pain is shooting down my dadgum leg. So we'll see what happens with the spring game, what they decide to do or not do, but it's definitely going to be a different format than we are used to, but we get it. We get why that's changing. Raff, real quick, as I mentioned this yesterday to Rico yesterday, there's going to be players that are this spring and even leading up to spring ball who are not guaranteed a position on that squad as they continue to trim down to 105. If you're one of those players and you know that you're on the bubble, Raff, do you ride this out? Nick, do you ride this out until the end, until they let you know? Or do you say, you know what? I'm going to start looking elsewhere. Because you looked at one of our receivers ended up going, Carney, was that Hall?
Isaiah Garcia Caston. Or excuse me, Isaiah Garcia. Yeah, Davon Hall ended up going to University of Nebraska Kearney.
So you have a situation like with those guys, they realize the hand right on the wall early, or just decided, you know what, I want to go to a place where I'm going to contribute right away. Raff and Nick, I want to ask you both this, because like I said, I didn't get a chance to ask you this yesterday. If you're a bubble player, knowing that if you get that cut slip in the fall that you know you're not playing this year, do you make that move sooner rather than later, or do you ride it out? If you're in their shoes, what do you guys do?
Phew, that's a tough one. I guess, like, he made it sound like there's some players on the roster right now that they're not sure if they're going to be on the team or not, but they're loving Nebraska football and just that opportunity to play Nebraska football and giving it a shot. So I guess you've just got to gauge to what where you want to be at. I would assume if you're on the bubble of Nebraska football, that tells me that you're probably not going to be a Division I football player elsewhere, maybe a mid-major or a, as an NAIA or whatever they call it now. So yeah, I guess it's just one of those catch-22s. You know, what is that in what each individual wants? I could foresee some players saying, yeah, I'm going to, go try and go somewhere else beforehand. But, some people have that dream to try and fulfill. So
I would imagine that part of this is the importance of transparency is key here.
True.
Because I would imagine that with guys like Davon and other ones that maybe did leave earlier, I'm sure there were conversations with coaches of what's my best move? Do I have an opportunity to even be on that bubble going forward? And if the answer is no, well then yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. Go enter the portal now and take care of business.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that with Matt Rule and his staff, a staff that preaches so much on being transparent and honest and having their best intentions for the players at heart, then yeah, I'm sure some of those conversations are had back right after the end of the season, on the day after the season ends, when they get back from New York and things, end up playing out themselves. I think there's also needs to be, just in that way of conversations to move on, conversations of transparency and of me saying, hey, look, AD, you're right there. Yeah. You're close. Like, let's be honest here. I'm going to be transparent with you of you're right on that line. You can either choose to move on or you can choose to sit here and fight it out. We're good with either one of them. We understand either one of them. If you move on, get it. We get it. You're close to that cut line. Find a spot to play next year. If you want to stick here and grind it out, good for you. And we'll see what happens next April. So I think there's no guarantees. So as long as a player can't sit there and say, well, last year after the season, Nick told me that Coach Nick told me that I was going to play. That as long as you can avoid that,
right,
then you're going to be okay. Then you can weather the storm. You can weather any comment on social media that anybody sends your way.
Yep.
It starts with, I think, having those honest conversations of transparency with the players, of saying, look, this is exactly where you are. And if you don't agree with that, if you think that you should be somewhere else, then go our separate ways. No hard feelings. It's a business.
Yeah, clear communication, to your point, Nick and Raff, both. Clear communication is going to be crucial. Let the player know.
You sat down again.
What's that?
I got to keep moving the camera. You keep moving out. You keep standing up and down.
Yeah, man.
Can't sit still over here. It says, you look on the screen. You look. I mean, you can barely see your head. There it is. Yeah, right.
Hey, real quick, Brad from Baldwin. Yes, he goes, AD, was the freshman team still in play when you were there playing? The freshman team dismantled 1991. We did have one game, I believe it was against the Air Force Academy. They brought a team, but it was just a one-game deal. But they ended freshman football in 1991 because here we are again, the junior varsity programs, because the NCAA was going to do a reduction again, what they would allow as far as football assistants and a cost-cutting measure. So 91 was the last official year of junior varsity football in Nebraska and across the country. I can't say across the country, but at least at Nebraska it was the D1 level, because of the NCAA reduction in number of players and coaches, mostly coaches and football assistants, and a cost-cutting measure. So Raff and Bubble, 1991 was the last year that was. My freshman year was in 92. I remember we played, I think it was Air Force Academy that came here. We played it just like we scrimmaged them and played them, and that was about it. That was a great system to have. At that time, when you could have 160 players on your roster at that time, 165, give or take, two teams literally that you could fill. So those days are the glory. And here we are reducing it now to 105, 30 plus years later.
Which they'll get to that point. Like it'll get to this point where at some point in the spring, it's going to feel like everybody's been on the chopping block and Nebraska's losing a third of their roster. But we have to remember that this is not just a Nebraska thing. This is everywhere across college football. They're dealing with these large cut numbers. And this is just what you have to go through now.
Right.
And so it's gonna take a couple of years for this to balance out. It's gonna be this first year where you're gonna see a significant number of cuts or teams moving on and players moving on. Every single season, there's been far more guys left out in the portal than spots. And so it's not that number is going to be dramatically different. It's just going to be guys that you actually have heard of or have spent time on a team in meaningful moments in practices that are now left out of opportunities. And it's a real shame, but also I think this is going to be the first year or the 1 year that we notice it the most, Because guess what? Next year, it's going to be, okay, Nebraska needs to go from 110 to 105.
Right.
And you're going to have your normal attrition that it's not going to be these dramatic numbers of 30 or 40 plus guys being removed from the roster.
Be a lot different.
Yeah.
Folks, next time we come up, we got the RGTZ for our last segment, and that spring ball conversation obviously is going to keep going on until we get something in stone to get a format that's going on. But yeah, there's a lot of decisions still to be made, even as they're filling others. There's still guys that are on the bubble that are working out, maybe as we speak, down there at One Stadium Drive to decide if they will still be in the program or not. So time will tell in this new landscape of college sports. Folks, we'll be right back. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly cloudy skies with a few flurries possible and a high around 31. Tonight, cloudy skies and light winds with a low near 22. Tomorrow, we'll see some freezing drizzle, otherwise cloudy, with a high near 33. A meteorologist Kyle Cook for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. Last segment. That's some sad news. Not kind of sad. Sad news to pass along. Tiger Woods just made the announcement that his mother passed away early this morning. So thoughts and prayers to the Woods family. I put a thing out on social media mentioning about his mom passing away. So thoughts and prayers go out to Tiger Woods and his family with the passing of his mom. We're just talking about how time flies. I can still see his mom, hugging him at all those different awards. The number of events, particularly the first Masters when his dad and mom were both alive during that time. So thoughts and prayers go out to the Woods family on that. Raff, what do you got for the RGT, my man?
I was going to say, even last week at the TGL, he looked up in the crowd and said, "Hey, Mom, I'm not going to suck tonight." So it's just crazy.
Which, speaking of, TGL does return this evening. So there will be some TGL, I believe 8 p.m. tonight.
Okay.
I believe it's.
I have yet to watch one. I've watched clips, but not really watched one.
I'm telling you right now.
Is it boring though, man? I mean,
I do not find it boring. Raff, do you find it boring?
Not when Tom Kim's golfing.
Not when Tom Kim's golfing.
I can't say it's boring because I haven't watched it. I've just only watched short clips, so I'm just asking: is it? So it's entertaining, Raff? Enough to watch it?
I watched the first couple weeks. I thought it was good, but then when Tom Kim golfed, it was a whole different thing. You got to watch when he golfs.
Okay.
He's on Team Jupiter with Tiger. So it'll be interesting to see it.
The lineup tonight is the Boston Common Golf versus the Los Angeles Golf Club. Now you go, okay, who is on what team here? So at 8 p.m. Central Time tonight, you have a team of Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, and Keegan Bradley going up against Tommy Fleetwood, Colin Morikawa, and Justin Rose.
That could be good.
So a couple of interesting names, right? Obviously, Rory coming off of his win just this weekend at wherever they played, at Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Yep, at Pebble Beach. So you have Rory coming off of his win, going up against Colin Morikawa, who at one point was in the top 5 of Pebble Beach of the Pro-Am. So you have that one. This upcoming schedule then later this week as well, because there's that day later on this month, February 17th, where they're playing like 3 matches in a single day, I believe on February 17th. So tonight, though, Boston Common against Los Angeles Golf Club. It should be a good one. Rory going up against Morikawa and his team. So yeah, we'll see.
Raffy, what you got?
I know
my
the
man?
truth. I know what that means.
Yeah, might you tune in.
AD. AD. I'm gonna have to download and watch that.
It's like Nick saying he's going to watch Star Wars.
No. Don't bring me into this. This is an AD conversation. I'm gonna have to download that and watch it.
Download that. Old dad says,
let's just switch the commercial or the conversation.
Old dad says, how can I watch this in station wise?
ESPN.
It's
on the ESPN at 8 p.m. Central Time.
All right. I may give it a look. Raff, what you got, man?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to the Lincoln City Library staff, including Lisa Westland, Ali Busquet, and Susan Steiner. They contributed their time to engage the Lincoln Public Schools Equity Cadre Scholars. During their meetings, they illustrated key components around the importance of reading as a vital life skill for children to develop early literacy skills. So these guys are my Raff's Good Take for all the cool things they do for the students. I always remember back to the librarian back at Holmes Elementary School. Mrs. Moore was her name. So still doing amazing things all these years, all these librarians. So you guys are Raff's Good Take.
Much appreciated. Raff, man, you grew up during the Dewey Decimal days, man, when you had to go in the library.
Oh, yeah.
In those file cabinets with the index card, telling us where the book. That was our Google back in the day, man. Had to go find it. So
we'd have like classes just for the Dewey Decimal System.
Yes, classes, literally how to find books and information. So shout out to all those teachers. A lot of transformation they've been doing over the years as well. Today's attitude adjustment, folks. I love this quote. It's by James Clear, and he goes, "The most useful form of patience is persistence. The most useful form of patience is persistence. Patience implies waiting for things to improve on their own. Persistent implies keeping your head down, continuing the work, and when things take longer than you expect. Continuing the work when things take longer than you expect." We can think of a number of examples of that in the sports world as well, when people just put their head downs, continue to put in work, and good things came to happen, man.
There you go.
Raff, take us home, my man.
Enjoy
All right, thank you. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, but a few flurries possible, and a high around 31. Tonight, cloudy skies and light winds with a low near 22. And tomorrow, a chance of freezing drizzle, otherwise cloudy with a high near 33. A meteorologist Kyle, but for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why? because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Allo Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit allofiber.com to switch today.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Fierce Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Fierce Cheese Spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today